Do you know what happens to cows in the dairy industry for you to consume their breast milk? Triggered. If you were happy and proud of your business, then you wouldn't be angry at me. And if I...
Hello my hamsters and welcome back to my channel. Just before we start, if you want to support any of what I do, if you've seen videos before, feel free to subscribe, and if you're new, welcome. See this video and judge my space for yourself. You are very welcome. Let's begin without any further ado, because this story is honestly one of the most fascinating ones. A lot of people have been discussing that vegan teacher over the past, I would guess, 2 years or so, but this time we are discussing someone who is in the category of us Zoomers. So let's begin. The profile we will be discussing and the girl we will be discussing, her profile is that vegan, and I'm going to say background, but we all know background is not in the name. Okay, I have tried my thoughts about this person who gives all chill vegans a bad name. As we do treat animals as lesser animals, background's behavior treats humans as lesser animals to her own end. A one-person protest machine, there is no bounds she will not cross in ambushing innocent people. Watch the videos below and judge her actions yourself as well. Learning of her presence by Isaac Butterfield's social commentary, her drama is sickening, although entertaining if you like cringe. Taking it too far on more than one occasion, the ad hominems, the spews just go around in circles. I want to say that energy could be used to do so many good things in the direction opposite of this, positive. Things get worse as her key funding method online is an OnlyFans account. That might be a different subject, but she spreads the same talking points as theirs. Thank God other people pay for that type of stuff, so you do not have to. Overall, the parallels reflect as double negative, and no one in their right mind would want to be on this individual's team if that is all they got. I got to call this stuff out, or this becomes the mainstream way of thinking in the most holier-than-thou tone possible. Look hard enough to see that there are good advocates for those positions out there that can be taken seriously. Honey, scientists, plus fighting discrimination with discrimination is never going to work. Have more respectful things to say towards more people willing to listen to you. Anyone with an end of the world vibe does not hold up to the fair beliefs people are allowed to have and adapt when needed. Okay, now this is the article. Obviously, as I read out articles, these are just examples of what people have said, not necessarily always everything that I agree with. Now, obviously, I do think her presentation and her delivery of the message she puts out there is honestly nothing short of disgusting. I don't like it. I don't support it. I think it's horrible. I agree with the message itself, which is we should be kinder to the animals, we should be kinder to the planet, we should do more things in that direction. We should take the responsibility for the things that we as humans have caused, obviously. However, I think this presentation and things that she's done, which I'm sure I will have examples in the exhibits, as I always put little exhibits of people I'm going to be talking about in the beginning or somewhere in the video. And as you can see by those, her behavior is A, cringy, if there's no better reason to stop, and B, absolutely invasive. There have been instances of privacy ruining behavior from this individual. She came into a seafood restaurant, if I'm not mistaken, and absolutely ruined people's nights. They were just eating, probably looking at the sea, enjoying themselves, enjoying their night, and she came in. I think it's so fascinating because almost through her you can see that one of her models is that vegan teacher who I have given my opinion on, and I still stand by that opinion. You cannot fight discrimination with discrimination, and the treatment those people give to other people and the lack of understanding is just astonishing.
That vegan teacher is my mum. We may live on opposite sides of the world, but will always be forever mother and daughter and forever vegan. Now eat your fucking vegetables!
Being ripped from the ocean in massive trawlers, and they are suffocating to death.
Okay, I've realized I have more to add to what I've already said in terms of the end of the world messaging that the article mentions, which I find quite fascinating. I, on one end, think it could be used for good to a degree if you show people the urgency of certain things, such as climate change, for example. But it can also be used to fearmonger, and I have seen examples of that on YouTube. In fact, way back in the beginnings of my channel, I actually ended up making a tiny song that I ended up deleting about specific people who fearmongered, essentially, and you know, we're talking about those end of the world messages, just they had a religious spin on them. So yeah, I think end of the world messaging can be overdone, and in many cases is overdone if we look at people like that vegan background. I use background because I don't know what the algorithm gods will allow and not, so just for safety. Okay, now let's get to the part of this article that I disagree with, and that would be the bit where they talk about, you know, her only source of funding being OnlyFans. Now, obviously, it's up to people, and we shouldn't say that that kind of funding is a solution for everyone, but I don't think we should also say that that kind of funding is not a solution for anyone. So, yeah, I think that part may have been just a bit over the top and a bit too judgy, but in terms of her actual actions and behavior, they are, in my opinion, repulsive, invasive, and just simply not okay. Especially when she's in contact with people like just your everyday customers, or, you know, workers in fast food chains or restaurants. It's not okay. Just why would you be so angry with people who have done virtually nothing wrong to you, who've done nothing to you? And, you know, I think there are places and spaces where you can choose to demonstrate your enthusiasm and care for this cause, because I think as people we are meant to care. We should care about things. And that's why I'm talking about this, because I care, not necessarily because of any other like deeper meaning reason. I just want to share what I think with you guys. And yeah, what do you think? Do you think she is doing the right thing? Do you think this kind of behavior is only cringe, or do you think there could be something else other than simply cringe, which is a tiny bit where I lean? So let me know. Let me know, what do you think? Are you repulsed? Are you not repulsed? What are your thoughts? Should this person not be on TikTok? Should they still continue being on TikTok, just with some kind of modification to their content? What do you think of her? That's all. Then, thank you all so much for watching, and see you next time.